manager Kevin Kelly. Kevin, first time I've spoken pre-season. How's it been so far?
It's been good. It's been good to get back. There's a number of players that are new to the club. Some came back to the club, but the overall, view is that the application and the effort that they've given since they came back on the 14th of June has been great. So, and it's been great to see them. You certainly miss the place when you're not around it, and I've had lots going on personally, but it's been good to be back.
In terms of just come back to the end of last season, obviously, bit of disappointment normally getting promoted, but you get the news that things have changed and you're going to be playing in the Premier League next year.
Aye, absolutely. It certainly came as a surprise to us, but you've got to be there to get there. And I felt that the efforts of the players throughout the season deserve to be where they are now. Just maybe a wee bit of luck at times, and then obviously wee Jack scores a 93rd minute penalty at home in the last day of the season, which you find out gets you into the Premier League. So no, I'm happy for everybody around the club to be where we are now, especially the fans and the support that they provided us with last year. But we know we have a tough task. We're probably a year or 2 years ahead of where we thought we were going to be, especially when we first came in last year. But we're happy of where we're at the moment. We give ourselves a good chance, and what we're going to achieve in the season coming.
Obviously, a number of comings and goings, a number of players coming in the door. Starting off with Ryan Wilson. What does Ryan Wilson bring to the team?
Ryan certainly brings goals. We know that he can score goals. We know his work rate off the ball, but we know his composure and the way that he can add to the team, and especially our formation that we want to play this year. We'll be adaptable, but Ryan can play across the front line. He can play as a 2. He can play wide. He can play through the centre himself. And it's that adaptability that we're going to have to look for this year, and everybody. It's not going to be that one person plays one position and that'll be it. Everybody's going to have to adapt. It's going to be competitive. But Ryan is somebody that I've been an admirer of for a number of years. Played against him, now playing with him, and we're just happier that he's on our side rather than against us.
After that, it was Kyle Crystal from Mulliglan and Ewan McLevy from Troon.
We just felt we needed a wee bit of reinforcement, especially getting into this league defensively. A wee bit stronger in the sense of physicality. And we never had 3 centre halves last year. We only had 2 when Jamie Valentine left, so we had to bring in the reinforcements. Ewan will bring real experience. He's got great composure. He understands the game, which is great for us. And Kyle's very strong and physical. And we'll add that to our defensive line, which I felt we missed at points last year. Going to certain places, we just needed to be a wee bit more aggressive rather than technical. And Kyle brings both the sides, so we're happy to have him.
And then from there it was Brian Wallace and Ollie Smith.
Ryan, again, is a boy that I've known for a number of years playing against him. I know he was a Port last year and he had a wee bit of an injury, so his game time was a wee bit curtailed due to that. But he'll bring good enthusiasm for the game, get up and down the line on the left hand side, and bring good competition for what we already have at the club. And that's what it was all about. It was all about bringing in competition to help each other go forward. And I've said that to the players. Nobody at this club's ever going to be guaranteed to play. You've got to earn it. You've got to compete with each other, and Ryan will do that for us in the left-sided area, whether it's defensively or maybe one higher. And Ollie Smith, the wee man's great. You look at him, he looks so deceiving. This young lad at 5'3" or 5'4" maybe. But he's excellent on the ball. His work rate to get it back. His understanding of what we're trying to do. He asks questions. He's reliable in that sense. And that willingness to learn for all, he's been really good. Seen him in here asking John, Saunders, myself, Blackie, different questions about the game, and that's what we need. We need people that have got enthusiasm for the game in the sense to go and achieve, to be better, to become better footballers, to become better people, and he'll bring that to the dressing room.
In the final one so far, you brought in hometown boy Murray McIntosh.
Well, aye, listen, it certainly wasn't through the want of trying last season to bring him here. He was in previously, and it shows that we've made a good impression on him as a club. Murray will bring great experience for that central role when he's got bundles and bundles and bundles of energy to go and support the forwards and go and get the ball back for us. So he brings that kind of all-round game for us in the central area. But the thing that I've been really pleased with Murray is that his way of helping the young lads in the dressing room. It's a very close knit already. You can see people starting to gel together, but Murray's kind of took that bit upon himself to look after the young players, and I would be really happy with it.
pleasing to get a boy also from Cowan in the team.
Oh, of course, listen, that's the thing, isn't it? You look at Brian Boylan, Jack McMahon, Charlie Farrell, Campbell McLean, you know, the list goes on, and you bring in somebody with that experience around the place, with something to prove, and he wants to achieve because of where he's at. You know, he wants to achieve because it's his hometown club, and he wants something to show for it, and somebody that's got that endeavour to go and achieve is somebody that we want at this club, and we've made that a successful signing for us.
In terms of transfer activity, any more on the pipeline?
Aye, we'll hopefully get the goalie over the line. Well, he is over the line, we just need to get paperwork sorted in Glen Cameron. There's paperwork there, it just needs to be put forward. We also, you know, we're glad to say that we'll bring Ben Lewis back to the club. You know, we're really happy to be the people that bring him back to this club. When we came here, we were told that he should never have been let go. Since he's been back, you can see as to why that is. You know, he's a great professional. You know, he's got a willingness to help others round about him. He just wants to do well and he wants to achieve, and this is his club. You know, he's made that no shy in saying that, and we're just really happy that we're the management team to bring him back here.
So in terms of the pre-season schedule, you've got the Largs tournament next week, then you'll have a game against Lowland Leeds Gretna, followed up with a game against Newton Stewart from the south of Scotland. Yeah,
it's going to be a tough pre-season, but that's why we've done it. You know, we've got an away day the boys will go and enjoy on the 12th, hopefully after a good performance and getting out a pre-season what it's for on the 12th. But you know, we look to next week, we've got 2 games on the bounce, Saturday and Sunday. Not many will have done that before, and that provides a different challenge. You know, the guys at Largs were welcoming enough to get us into the competition, so we go and get ourselves ready and give opportunities for others to get time on the pitch, and people that have maybe missed training due to holidays and things, it'll give them time to get back to the fitness levels that we expect and top up. So no, we've got a good pre-season coming up, and we look to the 26th of July, and I'm sure everybody's looking at their computers to see when the fixtures come out, as are we. So you know, it's an exciting time for the club. We never ever get ahead of ourselves, but we're happy to be in the Premier League, and I hope the fans are too.
Cheers, Kevin.
Thank you.